Hello everyone, I hope all of you can hear me and you can see me as well. Let me know in the chat box everyone. So in case you can see me and you can hear me also, let me in the chat box quickly everybody. All right, I can already see a lot of you in the chat box. Okay. So, okay, I can see a lot of you talking already with each other, with one another, right? Good evening, everybody. I already have somebody called Mr. Advocate. Before Clat, only you have become advocate. That's awesome. All right, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good to see you all. Okay. Vaibhav, no problem. You can still join me online, right? That's important. Tanishk Gupta, long story. Archana says बहुत डर लग रहा है. Archana, that's expected. That's totally fine. Okay, and that is why we are conducting these sessions, just to be around and tell you it's okay to be scared. No problem at all. Okay, good evening guys, good evening, good to see you all. Now I have a sore throat today, okay, so cold basically. So if I start sneezing and all in the middle, please excuse me. Okay, all right everyone. All right, Tanishk, that's very sad to know. Okay everyone, so first thing first, let me tell you, though this session is focused on English, okay, but I hope you guys understand that in last 2 years Clat English and Clat CR or critical reasoning both are practically same, not exactly but practically. I hope you understand that, and keeping that in mind, I have designed this session. I have decided to conduct this session, okay, because there's nothing called Clat English. They have not asked grammar in last 2 years or typical English things like synonym antonym, right? So they are very clearly saying English and CR critical reasoning is almost same. So if they are saying that, we have to follow that. What can we do? Correct? Okay, so before I move on, let me tell you, if you're targeting Clat 23, we have launched comprehensive combo course. You'll be taught by the very best in the industry, so don't miss the chance. In case you are thinking of Clat 23, or you are a student who is watching this session but you are targeting Clat 23, you're most welcome. You'll be taught by the very best in the industry. Okay, the first point, important point, based on Clat 2020 and 21, we can safely say that English section is actually nothing else but critical reasoning section, almost, except a few questions here and there. So is this point correct or not? Let me know in the chat everybody. English section is now CR, CR section is now English. Practically in the last 2 years in Clat, that has been the trend. Correct? Everybody. Pragya, thank you. Pragya is sending coffee. I hope it is clear. Yes. Absolutely. Yatish Chandra. Absolutely. Yatish has sent the question type also. So if you are smart, which I believe you are, because you're preparing for Clat and you have come this far, remember, that is on Sunday, you are still trying to learn, attend sessions, grow. That clearly means you guys are still trying hard, which is appreciable. If you look at Clat English and CR section, there are two broad categories of questions. Okay, the first category is the expected one, right? What are the expected kind of questions? Yogesh just now wrote some types, correct? So the first expected category is conclusion, main idea, assumption based, inference based questions, course of action based questions. What should the person do? What should Peter do? What should George do? Strengthen the argument, weaken the argument, parallel logic type questions, or structure based questions, right? Or paradox based questions, or fact details based questions. So they'll take up a fact and they'll create a question out of it. Did the author say this? Did the author say that? These are the expected category of questions, right? You can have more, for example, tone based questions, title based questions, facts, inference, judgment based questions as part of the passage. So they can take 4 sentences from the paragraph or the passage, and they can ask you which one is a fact, which one is an inference, which one is a judgment, right? So these category of questions can be asked. Vocab based questions, very clearly. Source based, this passage could have been taken from a magazine, website, blog, web series, whatever, or the author of this paragraph is probably a journalist, an economist, historian, or a cricketer, or a movie maker, whatever. So source based questions can be asked. True, false, detailed questions, right? This is right, this is wrong, this is true, this is not true. Exception questions, very famous, right? You know that. Which of the following is true except? Continuation of the passage. For example, this question is asked very often. Which of the following can be a continuation of the last line in the passage, or which of the following will complete the last passage of the paragraph of the passage? Continuation based question. Or you can be asked application based questions. Which of the following will author agree with most, keeping in mind the author's point of view? It's application. Which of the following follows the pattern of the author's thinking? Basically application based question. Or you can be asked odd one out. Which of the following does not agree with author's main point? So it's like, odd one out. Which of the following is not XYZ? So this is odd one out. These are the 20 expected kind of questions, and that is why I have written it etc. at the end, because we cannot say this list is all that Clat can ask. They can of course create a newer kind of questions, right? They are free to do that. So if they decide, they can do that, no problem. These would be known as expected category of questions, right? Expected, no problem. What are the unexpected category of questions? Now the unexpected ones are, how can we expect them if they are unexpected? So we do not know if there would be some unexpected questions or not. We just don't know because they are unexpected, right? So what can we do? We can only prepare the questions which we expect. I hope this point is clear, everybody. That's very, very important. So let me know, everyone, is it true or not, whether if we can say that CR and English sections have become interchangeable, except a few questions like tone and title. CR section is English section, English section is CR section. Yes or no? Nilay, yes, absolutely. There can be more questions like figures of speech, for example. I'm leaving, of course, that to you guys also. So if you are a serious candidate, if you have been preparing for a long time, you already know this, that CR and English sections are practically same now, except a few variations: vocab, tone, title, figures of speech, and so on and so forth. Correct? Now, if this is the expected list of questions, then suppose a student now thinks, oh my god, I have not done these questions. What should I do in next 5 days? I have not done these questions. Then I think all I can say is probably pray, right? That probably can help. I'm not sure about it. Gods also might get angry that 5 days to go and you have not done these question types, right? So if you have not done, you have not done, forget it. But if you have done by now, if you have been doing classes with us, I think we have done some 11,15,000 classes on critical reasoning so far on YouTube, on app, and we have been doing it for a long time, right? So you guys already know all these category of questions, right? What I can still do is I can still show you some questions, check your level of efficiency, whether you guys are doing it good, doing it badly. And of course I would use questions that have been asked in previous year papers, right? So nothing from my side, only questions from previous year papers, so that you guys are aware, okay, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. And if you feel that okay, I need to still improve, you still have 5 days time, you can probably, you know, just work on those areas, or keep in mind that I'm not supposed to do this, I'm not supposed to do that, right? Now obviously I will not touch questions today on tone or title or vocab based questions, because these are separate topics and you already have done classes on these topics, correct? And they have been done. I have taken classes on those topics, and you can watch those videos separately also in case you have not done them, right? I would rather focus on some other category of questions, and I would like to check whether you guys are doing fine, you're ready or not, or whether you need some inputs or not, right? That is what we are going to do. I hope this point is clear, everybody. Now Siddharth Sanjay says, what is parallel logic based? That's what I meant by saying that by now you should be aware of all these category of questions. So Siddharth, please, after this session is over, please go and watch classes on parallel logic. It's available on app. We have done free classes. Okay, please download the app if you don't have it, and you can watch the classes there also. Okay. All right. Kriti, I can't really comment on that because it's like, you know, only 5 days left. So if you have not been able to do that, now I think you can probably drop the idea, forget, just relax. Probably you will be able to do it very well in the actual paper. Okay. Now remember guys, 5 days left. No point reinventing the wheel, reinventing fire. Whatever you have done fantastic so far. And just have the confidence that you will be able to ace the exam. This exam is not your school exam where you study till the last moment. Okay. So one day before the exam, you can relax and watch movies like motivational movies or cult movies by Mithunda, or some sci-fi, whatever you want, right? Or the movies that I like, for example, cult movies of Mithunda, that's my favorite. So you can watch those movies. They are so bad that they are good, but relax. Please don't study till the last moment. This stress taking will not help you. Okay, it just does not help. It's not a school exam. You don't have to memorize facts. You are prepared. You have done enough. Now it's time to go and take the exam. That's it. Correct? And everybody who is saying "Mujhe dar lag raha hai, I'm scared," all I can say is it's okay. Because if you're not scared, then I am worried. Yes or no? You have such an important exam, you're not worried, you're not stressed, then I am stressed. If you are feeling a little afraid, you're a little scared, a little worried, it's totally fine. It's expected, no? It's totally expected. Okay, don't worry. All right, everyone. So, can you move ahead? This kid was very cute. So these are some of the unexpected questions you might face. Now let me tell you, everybody, listen to me very carefully. In some questions, I have reduced the size of the paragraph. Okay, I have reduced it so that you can do it in a shorter amount of time. Okay, because we don't have, like, you know, entire night to discuss. So I have reduced the size, but the question remains the same. Okay, so that you guys can do it faster. That's it. Question is exactly the same. I have just removed some details here and there. That's about it. Okay, can I have the answer, please, everybody? These are some unexpected questions you might get as part of passage also. Okay, so these can be unexpected. Unexpected does not mean hard. Okay, please don't think unexpected hai to hard hai. Don't think unexpected necessarily means hard. No, not necessarily so. But please remember, if you're not able to understand the unexpected question in the first 20 seconds or max 30 seconds, if you're not able to figure out what is the question asking, leave, move on. Don't waste your time. We have discussed it yesterday also, right? Very important. Yes, please. Can I have the answer? All right. Appu. These are all exam stress. Okay, I think you know that, right? In the exam, you would be a different person. Believe me. All right, Pragya says I don't know. That's okay. That's a good answer actually. D D D D D C D D D D D D. Okay. All right, I'll help you with the answer. Now the question says very quickly, Mr. Popat, you know how many worthwhile projects we do? Well, Miss Dayaben, by how much do you plan to increase your donation to the cultural society this year? Miss Dayaben says, I'm not sure. I'm very upset. I think I'll give no more money to your cause. In response to that, Mr. Popat says, that's all right. We'll just put you down for the same amount that you gave last year. Dayaben is saying no more money. Mr. Popat is saying, okay, we will write you the same amount. Whatever you gave last year, give that amount. Dayaben said no more. Look at it from another angle. What do you think Dayaben would say after this statement? Dayaben would tell Mr. Popat, Mr. Popat, have you lost it? I said no more. And you are saying, give the same amount. You have lost it. You probably you are under stress. You did not understand me. Yes or no? So which word do you think Miss Dayaben would use when she confronts Popat? She'll say, I said no more. That means which word has Mr. Popat misunderstood? Mr. Popat must have misunderstood the word no more. This is the correct answer. So what am I basically saying here? If you understand the question in the first 20-30 seconds, fine. Or else what Pragya said is also acceptable. You can say I don't know. I will not attempt because I'm not able to understand. That's totally fine. Completely fine. Both in English and in CR you can get such questions, guys. Okay. I hope it is clear. Very good. So yes, Dayaben might say that. So remember guys, if it's a new question and you have never seen such a question before, you have not done these questions before, 20 seconds, take a call. Leave the question, totally fine, move on. Remember, a question and you, if you are in a toxic relationship, if it's not working out, leave, move on, live your own life. Okay. Can I have the answer please? Very quickly, everybody. Again, unexpected question. Basically, you don't get these questions very regularly, but you might get. Okay, so I'm just exposing you to all kind of unexpected questions, right? Akanksha says, oh, got it. That's good, Akanksha. Anisha says, now understood. Very good. That's very good. Pragya says, hi, Ma Mataji. All right. Can I have the answer this time, Pragya? So please remember, guys, as the exam comes nearer, it's a matter of your attitude, aptitude. It's not a matter of your knowledge anymore. Please don't try to learn new things. Don't mug up things. Just focus on your aptitude, attitude. That's about it. Okay. D. Very good. Let's see. What is Bhalal Dev saying? Bhalal Dev says enemy empire across the sea has harassed us for centuries. I want to conquer it and stop it once and for all. What advice can you give? Katappa says, if you cross the sea, a mighty empire will fall. Katappa is saying, if you cross the sea, a mighty empire will fall. Now, there are two possibilities, right? There are two possibilities that Katappa is using. One possibility is, Katappa is saying, if you cross the sea, you will defeat the enemy and that empire will fall. Second possibility is, Katappa is saying that Bhalal Dev, if you cross the sea, we might lose and this empire may fall. But in place of asking Katappa for more clarification, Bhalal Dev is saying, in that case, prepare the troops. Bhalal Dev should have asked Katappa, no, that what do you mean by saying a mighty empire will fall? Which empire? Is it the enemy's empire or our empire? Bhalal Dev does not ask. Bhalal Dev says, okay, let's prepare, let's go to war. Just imagine what would Bhalal Dev do after or in case Bhalal Dev loses. Bhalal Dev would say, Katappa, you said a mighty empire will fall. What will Katappa say in defense? Katappa will say that I said a mighty empire will fall. Did I say which one? What are you saying? You did not understand my advice. Now question says, which of the following is the strongest criticism of Bhalal Dev's decision to invade would be that it So what would be the criticism of Hallal's decision? That he did not ask Katappa at all. What did he mean by that? And that is written in option B. Absolutely. He did not consider the possible meanings of Katappa's advice. So same again. I know from your response, some of you did not understand the question at all. That's totally fine. No problem. You did not understand the question. That's totally fine. You left the question in 20 seconds. Totally fine. But getting it wrong is not fine. I hope it is clear, everybody. Yes or no? Correct? Yes, everyone. Let's try again. I think you guys are doing very fine. And if this is how you attack the Clat paper, it should be a breeze for you. You should do a good job there. Okay? Yes, please. Can I have the answer? So can I have the answer, everybody, quickly? All right. Soumya Jain says, "Samajh nahi aaya." Soumya, I'll explain. Don't worry. Just try. See, this is the attitude I want. If you do not understand the question, leave the question. No problem. There is no penalty for leaving a question. There is a penalty for getting it wrong. Correct? Very important. B C B C B C. Okay. C B C B C B A B C. All right. I'll quickly explain, everybody. Pragya D. All right. So the good thing is that just like being true Indians, you guys have left no option untouched. Okay. You have welcomed all the options. Ali in fact says all correct. Lag raha hai. Okay. Now let me quickly remind you all. Logical consistency is a chapter that I hope you guys have done. If you have not done, maybe you can do it on the app or just try doing it on your own, right? Now in that, if you have done my class, I have taught only if case, right? Only if A, then B. Only if P, then Q, right? Let me write that. Only if P, it's a condition, okay? Only if P, then Q. If a situation is only if P, then Q, the conclusions are Q gives P, not P gives not Q, P gives a maybe case, Q not Q gives a maybe case. I cannot explain this right now because it will take a lot of time and can't be done here. But I hope you guys have done this. Okay, it's an only if situation, and Q gives P, not P gives not Q, P gives maybe case, not Q gives maybe case. And the question says one must acknowledge its existence. Means it says must is an only if case, necessary condition. It is basically saying that only if you acknowledge, I'm writing it in short, only if you acknowledge, that is P, then you can deal with whatever randomness successfully. Okay, successfully you can deal with it. Success will take place. I'm writing it in short. Only if P, then Q, right, everybody? Now it's an only if P, then Q case. That means Q will give P. That means if somebody is successful, the person has dealt with randomness, right? And I'm trying to change the color of the pen. So if somebody is successful, then the person has acknowledged. Okay, so, and second is if you have not acknowledged it, you can't deal with it successfully, right? That is D option. You do not acknowledge, you cannot deal. So D is a correct implication, right? Option C is actually what I just wrote here, only if P, then Q. That is the case which C option is talking about. Only if you acknowledge, it's effective. So this is also correct. Randomness can be dealt with effectively. That is also correct. That is what the entire argument is saying. But Look at option B, everybody. Option B says, if one acknowledges the existence, that means P happens, then it can be dealt with effectively. That means P gives Q, situation is given, but that is not true in case of only if. And you are supposed to find except. So A, C and D all would be true, but B is not true according to logical consistency concept. Therefore, the answer is B. Now, why did I give you this question? Just to show that sometimes you may not even realize that you are doing a tough question. Now, listen to me very carefully. Sometimes you may not even realize that you are doing a tough question and you are likely to go with your gut feeling. A, C, D, B. This is called an honest mistake. Such kind of a mistake will happen. It's okay. What should you not do? You should not attempt a question if you have no idea about it. If you are attempting thinking I know, that's okay. That can happen with everybody, anybody. But if you have no idea about a question and you're still attempting it, that's a mistake. Right? It's like I getting into football field and playing football with Messi. I know I cannot play football, so why would I get into it? Because I know what is the outcome, right? In this question, you may not have any idea what is the question asking at all, and you may have made an honest mistake. It is okay. Let me know in the chat, everyone, is the question clear? Now, if you have not done logical consistency, you cannot understand this question. Forget it, bhul ja. Totally. I hope it is clear, everybody. And if you got it right, you have done a good job again. So, I hope this point is clear, right? So, if it's an honest mistake, it's okay. But if you do not know something, you do not know something. For example, look at this question type. This question type, listen to me very carefully. This question type has been asked as part of passages. They'll give you a big paragraph and they will take random sentences and they'll ask you, is this sentence a fact? Is this sentence a judgment? Okay, it's known as FIJ. Facts, inference, judgment. Sometimes students get highly confused. In that case, I say that all these questions, JFI, just forget it. So if you are 5 days away from the exam and you have never done these questions and you're like, ye kya hota hai? Leave, forget, no problem, just forget it. But in case you have done these questions before, you have some idea, probably you can take a chance, right? Just to quickly tell you, fact is something that you can verify, verifiable statement. Judgment is something that is an opinion. It has no basis. Inference is something that has a basis for the opinion. It's an opinion with a basis. Okay. Now I cannot teach you this concept, but if you want, you can probably just go through it for 15 minutes. It might be useful. You just don't know. It can save you 1 mark or something like that. Can you guys recognize which statement is what and send me the correct answer? Let's see. B, 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 A, B. I don't know. Pandey Vivek. That's okay, Vivek. No problem. A, B, A, D, T, B, T, B, B. Okay. That's good. So naturally, you guys have done a good job. Very good. Look at statement number 1, or rather you can go backward also. A study reveals, it's not opinion of someone, it's a study saying that. You can go and cross check, verify, right? So this should be a fact. Option B says the root of many misunderstandings have been cited. Cited means somebody else has done it, reported. Again, should be a fact. Now check the option, last statement, fact, right? Now this one, last statement, is a judgment. Here it's a fact. Now check the third statement, judgment, second statement, judgment, inference, fact, fact. But we have already eliminated D, so the correct answer must be B. If you get these questions, guys, remember, try to find judgment and fact. Inference will always give you headache. For example, the third statement is an inference, but it can be a headache to figure it out. Try to see which one is judgment, which one is fact. In 90% cases, you would be able to eliminate choices, just in case you get such a question. For example, look at option 1. Everyday social life is impossible without interpersonal relationship. Do you think everybody will agree with it? Somebody who lives in a cave, somebody who is always on his phone, he will say, no, you can live without interpersonal relationship. I live in my room all day, no problem. It's an opinion, no? The first statement should ideally be a judgment, opinion. Again, B is the correct answer. So fact, judgment, inference, probably you will not be able to figure out. And if you can't still figure it out, leave, just forget it. So this is a question type which can be asked. I hope it is clear. Pragya, that's good. Kavya, yes. Very good. All right, everyone. Let's try again. Vivek, watch it once again after the session is over, okay? We do not have that kind of time. I won't be able to do that. Very sorry about it, but can't really help. I hope you understand. Web housing, yes. I think now I should get answers. All right, Ali has sent the answer already. A, B, C, D. See, I can check A, B, C, D. I can see that again you guys have gone for all the options. That's very good. That shows you guys are very welcoming and you appreciate all the options, but examiner will not appreciate that, right? Okay, everyone, let's quickly see the question. Which of the following is certainly not implied in the above verse? Killers also get killed. Killing us along with the killers. So killers also get killed. This one is implied. This war is especially ruthless. But the shame of this time means this time it is special, right? So this is especially ruthless, implied. But the shame of this time puts its burning fingers to our faces. Please remember, whenever you use such broad words, generic words, our, this shows what? This shows the entire humanity. Suppose I say that human rights are our rights. Who is this our? It's everybody in the world, no? Or is it only Indians? If I say we need to save our environment, global warming is a problem that we must face. Who is this we? Only people from Delhi, or people from Tamil Nadu, or people from Arunachal Pradesh? This we means every human being, unless specified. These words would always mean everybody. So this war is shameful to the entire humanity, yes. Now the interesting part, look at the last question. This is actually called a rhetorical question, right? I hope you have heard of it, rhetorical question. This is basically a statement. It says, Who will erase the ruthlessness hidden in innocent blood? And there is a question mark. The statement probably means that it would be very difficult, probably impossible, to erase the ruthlessness. Correct? Hidden in innocent blood means people dying who are innocent. This is a rhetorical question. But look at option D. It says no one can obliterate the ruthlessness of this war. This is basically a rhetorical question. The answer could be probably no one, or maybe sometime in future we would be able to, but probably we don't know. Probably nobody can, or maybe somebody can. Question says certain. Now look at the word, everybody. Pay attention, everyone. Look at this question, guys. It says which one is certainly not implied. There is no doubt about ABC. There is 5% doubt about D, and that is why the answer becomes D. I hope this is clear. The question is very, very obvious. It says certainly not implied. If there is any doubt, please tell me which one is the doubtful option. The answer is D. Because it ends with a rhetorical question. The answer is not clear. The answer can go either way, right? Supporters would say somebody can erase, somebody, or the opponents will say nobody can erase, things like that. Therefore, the correct answer is D. I hope this is clear. These again can be unexpected questions. Okay, and I hope you understand why we are doing this, so that if you are taken, you are not taken aback by these questions if these questions are asked. Right? Can you please try again? If you got it right, you have done a good job. You're doing pretty fine. I know for sure. Okay. Pragya says I got it right. Hariom, okay, he is answering the question. Harshita, that's good. Okay, I can see few of you answered it correctly. That's very nice. Now remember, guys, sometimes I probably miss your chats because there are just too many chats coming down at the same time. Okay, so don't think I'm ignoring it. It's just that I can't read all of them. Yes, please. What's the answer? Deepti, that is why the answer is D, no? Because it is not certain. Neither can we say certainly that no one can, neither can we say certainly that somebody can. That is why the answer is D. Dar Aman says C. Let's see. Dar. Ayushi C. Nidhi C. Okay, everybody is saying C. C, 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 A, Ansh A, Vandana A, C, 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 Akanksha A, Gauransh A, Sachin A. Okay. All right, everyone. So let me quickly remind you guys. Conclusion is the author's main point based on the information in the paragraph. Okay. First, read the last line. The last line says, there is no way to protect East African farms from the voracious foraging of night raiding elephant herds. The farms would get destroyed. There is no doubt about it. Author is saying that. Correct? Now read statement 2. The television documentary that we watched went beyond the save the wildlife sympathies of some of those remote from East Africa and showed that in a country pressed for food, the elephant is a pest, and an intelligent pest at that. And there is no way you can protect East African farms from the elephants. Now half the class is saying option C is the correct answer. Conclusion is always based on the information in the paragraph, no? Now option C, yes, very good, some of you have recognized, is a course of action. It's a recommendation. Where is the author saying that? Your heart is saying that. You are like, oh, I have watched it in on a National Geographic documentary. Elephants must be protected. Honestly, even I love them, and of course they should be protected. But based on the paragraph, farmers and agricultural agents should work closely with wildlife conservationists before taking measures to control elephants. Where from? Where is the information? This is another blunder you guys do sometimes. Conclusion is the author's point based on information in the paragraph. Based on the information, only one thing is certain. Only one thing is sure, and that is, if you want to preserve wildlife, then humans will suffer. Elephants are pests. East African countries don't have food. If you save the elephants, then humans will suffer. Simple. That's what the author is saying. Author is saying you cannot protect the farms from elephants. Means what? Humans are bound to suffer. You cannot stop the elephants. What is the meaning? Meaning is humans will suffer because elephants will come and destroy. So who will suffer? The humans will suffer. That's what the author is saying. The correct answer is A. This is the reason why I had kept option C. I did not change it at all. Because I knew the moment you see these lines, no, your heart will start taking over. Oh, elephants must be saved, no? They are so cute, right? Their numbers are declining. It says in East Africa, you might have sympathies because you are staying in New Delhi. Okay? And from there you are like, okay, save the elephants. But they are pests. Pests destroy things. And last line says there is no way you can protect yourself from the pest, that is elephant. Then what is the conclusion? Conclusion is human life will suffer. There is no way out. Therefore the answer is A. I hope it is clear, everybody. Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. Now I think you guys have understood it. Very good. Let's try again, everybody. Now after elephants we have monkeypox. Now this question category is very often in Clat. Okay, these are basically role based questions. Okay, which line is doing what role can be very important. Okay, so please try it. Quickly, everyone. Now, before somebody asks, do you like Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma? The answer is yes. Because I'm sure some of you will infer that from the information. Alright, so let's see who sends me the first correct answer. Yes, please. C. Tanya says C. Alright, we will see. Musharraf C. Kumari. Oh, that's Ashmita. Ashmita C. Ayushi C. Akanksha. Alright, Ali. Huh? This is a different one. This is Ali Mithaiwala. Okay. D. Akanksha B. Ansh D. Supriya C. D. C. D. B also. Pragya says B. Okay. Alright. Alright. Very good. Chalo. Let me tell you the correct answer straight away so that you can feel bad or good or whatever. The correct answer is very clearly D for Delhi. This is a very expected kind of question, guys. Now see what is happening here. Popatlal says, reporter says that in 2010 5 lakh people became infected, right? But in 2010, only 5,000 cases were, oh, sorry, before, after, my mistake, 2010. So before 2010, there were 5,000 cases, 5,000, no? And after 2010, there are 50,000 cases. Reporter Popatlal says it's obvious that monkeypox is becoming a big issue. Now, Bide Master says, wait, don't talk nonsense. The population was only 1/4 the size that it is now. So, the Bide Master is saying you are looking at the absolute number, but you're not looking at the number of people, no? Denominator also you should look at. Suppose there were earlier 1 lakh people, and now there are 4 lakh people. So denominator will change, so the number will also change. Now question is, what is Bide Master doing? First thing you notice is Bide Master is adding another piece of information, yes or no? He is adding another piece of information. By doing that, what is he doing? By doing that, he is challenging Popatlal's argument. Correct? Now, option C talks about incremental increase. Incremental increase means first 5%, then 10%, then next year 15% or something like that, or maybe 5% and then 6% and 7%. Incremental increase. Is the paragraph talking about incremental increase? It talks about 4 times. That's it. There is no incremental increase. 4 times is not incremental. If your salary goes up by 5%, 6%, 7%, it's incremental. If it goes up by 4 times, it is not incremental, it's exponential, right? So very clearly incremental increase is wrong. But yes, the person is, Bide Master is adding information that is putting doubt on the assumption that the reporter is making or taking or using. The reporter is saying number has increased means monkeypox is dangerous. Bide is saying look at the population size also, no? You're looking at the number increase only. Look at the population size. That's all. I hope it is clear, everybody. There is nothing about incremental there, and therefore the only correct answer would be D for Delhi. Ali says दुनिया हिला दूंगा. All right. Chalo, let's see if we have more questions. Yes, of course. So can we have the correct answer, please? Simran, in Clat, we expect 1 paragraph followed by 5 questions based on the previous 2 years paper. But here I have already said I am using short paragraphs so that you can understand more type of questions. And reading time is less. Okay, that is why I have reduced the size of the paragraph in a lot of questions. Pragya says she was getting all the questions right. Now she is not. That's okay. 1, 2 here and there is fine. Vivek Pandey is busy talking to and building some rapport. That's nice. So can I have the answer, everybody? Easy question, this one. Anisha says D. Okay. Anisha says D. Gauransh D. Ali. Oh, my mistake. Anisha B. Gauransh B. Okay. Ali B. Ali, you are a smart boy. Supriya B. Hariom B. Kya baat? You guys are rock stars. Sonakshi A. Ashmita already has got some emojis. Scale, etc. of justice. Soumya, not sure, no problem. Anisha says B. Yeah, Anisha, I checked that. Yes, of course. Very easy question, everybody. It says except, right? The moment you see except, it's an odd one out question, right? Suppose I say which of the following is a fruit? Which of the following is a fruit except? First, guava, second mango, third lychee, fourth Arvind Kejriwal. Then very clearly guava, mango, lychee, three fruits, and suddenly you have a chief minister. The correct answer would be fourth. Except basically means odd one out. Correct? Odd one out. Now we have to find odd one out. If you read the entire paragraph, the main point is that if you want the financial trend means what? You're talking about money making thing. Which option has been assumed? The paragraph is talking about money making. Look at option 1. Option 1 is talking about service. Service means they will give service and they will make money. Option C talks about expense, money. Option D talks about service and financial benefit, means money. Option B talks about safety. How is safety related to money making? In this context, it is not. Therefore, what is the correct answer? Correct answer is B. Well done. Absolutely well done. Correct. Sonakshi says, मैंने except पढ़ाई नहीं. Sonakshi, congratulations. You have just joined the elite club of people who are except blind. Okay. What it means is you guys cannot see the golden word called except. Though it's a sign of a genius. Sonakshi, okay. शिब्रा says काश इतना easy आ जाए. शिब्रा क्या बात. Kash is the only word that doesn't work in real life, no? Alright everyone, here is another one. Ali, that's funny. No, you are smart, of course. Delhi boy Asif, yes, of course. Absolutely. Alright, let's see who gives me the first correct answer. Satyam, not really. I'm just happy that I have been with you guys for last 50 minutes and I have not sneezed yet. But now I think I'm on the verge of. Bhumika says, बहुत सर्दी है सर आज. Bhumika, which planet are you on right now? And there are two Satyamanans in the class. That's awesome. Riya Singh, that's totally fine. Don't worry. Everybody is scared. Everybody is scared. Sometimes even I become scared and then I'm like, why am I scared? Where am I going? It's totally fine. Alright everyone, let's see what is the correct answer. C. Okay, let's see. Now remember, who was that? I forgot the name. Let me find out. I forgot. Shibra had said it. Kash itna easy aa jaye. Shibra, be careful what you wish for. See, look at the question. Now Shibra is like, oh my god, why did I say that? CBD, okay, that clearly means it's not an easy question. I will tell you the correct answer straight away. The correct answer is D for Delhi. Okay. So please do not take any question for granted. You may face one question which is easy, the next can be very hard. And remember, the golden rule is if you can't tackle it, don't get into it. In the first 20 seconds, if you cannot figure out what the question is saying, leave the question. If I am running against Usain Bolt, I will give up in the first 2 seconds. Because if I can't make up my mind in the next 10 seconds or first 10 seconds, the game is as it is over. Correct? We should all know our limitations. That's very important. Negative marking is not a good idea. The correct answer is D. Now, if you ask me why are you saying correct answer is D, I can tell you the answer directly in a short way also. If you see, the paragraph is saying, unless they are used as strictly temporary measures, rent control ordinances have several negative effects. And then it says, one of these is that the controls will bring about a shortage of rental units. And you would notice, guys, that from here till here, it is explaining the second line only. Read this line again. One of these is that the controls will bring about a shortage of rental units. Means what? Eventually, there will be nothing available for renting. No flats, no shops, nothing will be available for renting. This is the line that the entire paragraph is explaining. Now read option D. Option D is saying the same thing actually. In other words, in many municipalities, there is now or eventually will be a shortage of rental units. Exact the same point. Not a hard question. But if you did not understand it in the first 10-20 seconds, forget it. You are going to get wrong answer. If you got the correct answer, you have done a good job. But if you have not, then no problem. Here is another one, guys, quickly. Let's see who can get it. Sahil Shukla, yes. I am good. I hope you are good too. Sachin says, Kash, original question paper dikha de. I have no intention or desire to go behind the bar, the ones that the policemen have. Padmapriya Balaji, ideally as many as you can, but target around 120 questions. We had a session yesterday, you can watch that also, Padmapriya, okay? Vibha Singh, yes. Bhumika Kathuria, A. That's good, guys. That's good. You guys are fast at least. Very good. B, B, A, B, A, B, B, C, C, B, B, D, 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 and Simran's answer is V. Simran is on a different level. Just kidding. Okay, don't take it seriously. C, 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 B, B, B. Alright, I will tell you the correct answer. The correct answer is D for Delhi. Alright, first thing first, you have to find not implied. Second, it says the tribes should develop their own culture and make their contribution to the cultural richness of the country. Okay, make their contribution to the cultural richness. So are they part of the cultural richness? If the paragraph is saying they should contribute, then what is the implication? That they are not. That's it. I hope it is clear, everybody. Now again, in this question, I know some of you read option D and you were like, tribal culture is part of cultural richness. We know that. Actually, it is correct. Not on the basis of the information. Paragraph is saying they should contribute, means what they are not. Correct? We have to find not. Therefore, the correct answer is D. Don't get emotional in this question. Please don't get emotional. Because emotionally, factually, option D is actually correct in real life. But from a question angle, D is the correct answer. I hope it is clear. Bhumika, in these questions, unless the paragraph clearly mentions it is not about India, these things are ignored. You have to ignore. Okay. For example, even option 1 talks about India. If you use that logic, then you might be in trouble. So unless the question clearly says it's not about India, it's totally fine. For example, us means humanity, we means humanity. It's not mentioned. I hope it is clear. Ali says, what a trap. Thank God you did not set the paper. No, I'll make the paper very easy if I were given a chance. Sahil, okay. All right, all right. That's good to see you. Good to see you. That's very nice. Of course, I cannot recognize you guys because I can't even see your faces. Just can read the names. But good to see you. All right, everyone. Can I have the answer? Now this one is again a slightly on the harder side, but I think you guys can manage it, no problem. Nishant, we are going to end it very soon, very soon. Okay. No, not really. Vaibhav says if you set the paper, then maximum cutoff just 45 for NLSIU. Okay, that's nice. Vladimir Putin is in the class. Just imagine, guys. Welcome, Putinji. BABB. All right. Can we have the answer? All right, everyone. I'll tell you the correct answer in 10 seconds. A, B, A, B. Pragya says D. Pragya's answer is different. A, B, A, B, A, B, D, B, A, B. Okay. All right. I'll help you with the answer. And let me tell you, genuinely, you have done a good job. The correct answer is A. Okay. Why is the correct answer A? Let me quickly tell you. If you read the paragraph, the author starts here, then the author adds the second sentence and immediately comes to a conclusion in the last line. You would notice that the author already has a conclusion in his mind. He is simply coming to that conclusion. If you want to understand what I'm saying, read it like this. Read the last line first. If you read the last line first, you would notice that the first and second line, they have been said only to explain or to add to what the author's main point is. Author's main point is very simple. Author's main point is that psychological novels are better than novels of adventure. So A is better than B. Okay. And then he proves it by coming to this line at the end. That immature author, reader will prefer this to that. The author starts with this, A is better than B. Then goes on to explain that and explains that well in the last line. He already has a conclusion. A is better than B. Therefore, if you read A, you are better than B. Or if you read B, you are less than A. That conclusion is already there in the head. He just explains it. That is why the correct answer is option A. All right, everyone. So, what have we learned today? Now, I hope I have to stop the session now. Okay, I'll stop the session. I hope you did learn something. Whether it's English, whether it's CR, both sections now, remember, in Clat are practically the same. So if you are good in these kind of questions, and most of you are doing pretty fine, I don't see any problems or reasons for being scared. If you can manage, if you can keep your nerves properly, if you read the questions properly, if you don't make mistakes in the main idea, I think all of you can manage about 50 marks in 50 minutes in actual Clat, in English and CR both, inclusive, correct? Tomorrow there is a mock analysis we are doing at 12 o'clock on YouTube. If you guys are free, you are most welcome there. I'll discuss how to go about it, etc. A bit of it tomorrow as well. If you are free, please join me tomorrow at 12, and there will be more sessions, of course, lined up. I'll see you again so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me here. I'll see you, and please keep on working hard. You still have 5 days left. Don't give up the fight. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye. Please take care. See you tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Bye bye.